Hey guys, it's John. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing another countdown video. And one of my viewers and even people were asking me, why don't you try doing Doofensmirtz? So that's what I'm going to be doing. Top 10 of Doofensmirtz Inator Inventions. Now, before I can start doing the top 10, there's something I wanted to add to this video, and it's all about Doofensmirtz's backstory. Now, let me tell you who is Doofensmirtz. Heinz Doofensmirtz is a doctor, and he's also a scientist and does a lot of inventions. But he does do a lot of evil. But there's a lot of things that you guys don't know about him. Now, most of the times in the episodes, they always show he always tells about his backstory and everything. Now, he did say about his parents never show up when he was born, and then showed he enjoyed his birthday, but nobody hasn't even gone to his birthday because people think he looks different from one another. And even he said about all about he's been wearing a gnome because his gnomes were already been taken away, and his father is making him wear a gnome all day instead of going to play with the other kids, instead of eating. And he said, don't move. That's different. People say he's being abused throughout the childhood. And that was so disrespectful for a parent to use power in abusing their own child because they're different. And even they just don't like him at all. That's so disrespectful for anybody. And even there's another thing that his parents been going through. His parents only played favorites on his brother Roger. Now, if you guys don't know who Roger is, he is none other than the mayor of Danville, and that's how he always be so jealous of him, or he just doesn't like him at all. It's just due to his parents was trying to treat him badly. But even he been going from bullies, even through humiliating, and then there's a lot of other stuff. And even after that, he did get to college and everything, and that's he met his ex-wife. They started very good and everything, and even they have a daughter named Vanessa. And even when she turned 4 years old, Doofensmirtz and his ex had to go into a divorce due to so much situations, and even they just don't want to leave the name. They want to keep the name as tradition and everything. But even Vanessa, she really had always bothered from her father throughout her birth, through everything. But the only thing is that Doofenshmirtz didn't want to have that bad experience since his childhood. He just wanted to give her a very good childhood as is. And even a lot of times it's just where Doofenshmirtz trying to surprise her with a birthday, but then even when it was destroyed, she realized what she really wants, because every parent needs to understand what their child wants, and that's how it is. And even she kind of did get a little influence, and sometimes okay with her father. Sometimes they always have a roller coaster going up and down. But even Doofenshmirtz still a bad guy, but even he's kind of have a good side from him. But even after that, he does have his own building called Doofensmirtz Evil Incorporated. That's how the jingle, if you listen to this.
Doofensmirtz Evil Incorporated!
So that's how it is. So later at the end, I will tell you guys all about when it comes to parents who just be always about being different to their children and even play favorites. So further ado, let's get to the top 10, because there are a lot of machines that gone throughout the years, but I only want to focus on 10 of these items, and then at the end there's one item why I chose this one. Now, it could be for evil, but sometimes there's something really good that it's not evil. So let's get to it. Number 10, the Go Away Inator. This is on season 2, and this is about where Candace has to be in charge while her parents are going away for the weekend. And she did say that she was going to only invite some friends, but even go into a party, and that's where Doofenshmirtz was trying to use his machine called the Go Away Inator, and it has this little desk, and it will show him where it is, because he wants to get rid of the buildings, so he wants to see the movie screen a lot. But even the one thing that people didn't know, he got the wrong disc by mistake because he got was a laundry disc, and then the whole party of Candace just brought it into his pants, and then Perry switched it up, and even Candace got busted and was grounded for a week due to for disobeying her parents, and even Doofensmirtz just even Perry just tied Doofensmirtz because his pants were very long. But even I don't think that's a good invention at all. Number 9, the Gloominator 3000 Inator. Now in this episode, this is where Doofenshmirtz always talk about his magic stuff and kind of not do very good. And he wants to do is use this machine that can turn weather and would turn into an ice age, and that's kind of crazy. And even he used these 2 little bits and he tested them out, and it brought a tornado. He was gonna put a lot of them, but then Perry came up and then he used the hat that was a rabbit that he finally got it, but then Perry brought a bunch of rabbits and the whole air balloon fall down by a farmer and his wife, and they forgot to bring buddies, and they finally sold it already. And even Perry was trying to catch him, but even he did stole was the van that was bust him. If you don't know, that was where Candace wanted to get a bunch of evidence of Phineas and Ferb doing a lot of crazy stuff. But even Doofenshmirtz took it, and then he was flying by the tornado saying "Curse you, Perry the Platypus," and then woo, out of nowhere, now I know that the Gloominator have already been destroyed, but even he got dizzy and fell down again to the same farmer, and his wife sold the bunny farm for a rental van. It was kind of crazy. Number 8, the giant robotic penguins. And just like what I told you guys from last time, where I told you guys, if you guys don't remember my last video where I did the top 10 Phineas and Ferb inventions, now if just like in this one, this is about where Doofenshmirtz is building these giant robotic penguins and turn into a lot of snow, and wanted to do is take over, and so that everybody enjoys hot chocolate, but wanted to make a lot of high prices. But again, just like from my previous one, even because the bowling ball destroyed it, and even how the robotic penguins do, they just blast into ice. That's where Perry was covered in ice. But even after that, the hot chocolate melted and got him free. So I think that would be okay, but only if you want some ice cream, yeah, but not on ice. Number 7. Now this one's on season 1. This is about now the only thing is Phineas and Ferb didn't have to do anything because they decided to spend a day off with no inventions and everything. And it's where Perry has to do is stop Doofenshmirtz, and there were 2 different types of ray guns he has. Now one was called a slow motion, where Doofenshmirtz wants to do is stop with fast and wants to go very slow like that. And then he did build was the ugly gun too, to make everybody ugly. But even Doofenshmirtz is already ugly. But then Perry uses one of the famous guy's face, and then get everybody with good techniques and everything. But even where Perry got the slow motion gun and got back to normal. And even he was gonna fall with the guy, put the slow motion again, and boom. Well, I mean, slow motion was okay, but I'm not sure that's gonna work at all. I mean, anything that falls down, yes. Number 6, the dance ray. And this is a machine where if it hits you, that means you start dancing. That's where it wasn't that evil. It was just people just dancing. That's where Doofenshmirtz and Perry Platypus started dancing and stuff, and then out of nowhere, even the machine started dancing, and then it destroyed. And then one part, it brought the whole TV dancing and left. And it was kind of crazy for anybody. Well, I mean, I'm not a very good dancer, but anybody who wants to dance, yes. Number 5, the whale translator-inator. Now, the only thing is Doofenshmirtz only used it one time, and it was the episode about where Perry gets to see what was he doing. He was trying to call whales, and I mean, calling whales can be using the machine but it was only one time, and then he uses his mouth and stuff. I mean, translating animals can be okay, and I mean, I did see on Phineas and Ferb where they did build an animal translator, did it on Perry, but didn't work on talking, but it's kind of different. Number 4, the anti-gravity evil launchinator. Now, in the beginning, now the only thing is like Perry the Platypus didn't have to go there, didn't have to go with Doofenshmirtz because he was being assigned by somebody, by Major Monogram doing other tasks. Even like where Phineas and Ferb built an anti-gravity fun launcher to have some good fun and everything. Even like where Carl disguised as like a next door neighbor and having some good time, and it wasn't even evil at all. And that's where Doofenshmirtz decided to build one, but with evil. But even like when he brought it outside and he was gonna go take it, but due to the police officer saying like why is he leaving his vehicle? It's not a vehicle, it's a machine. But he impounded. And then he saw another anti-gravity fun launcher. That was where Phineas and Ferb have, and even he took it since Norm, his robot, turned into a car and then brought it to it, but then no, it was impounded again. But I think the anti-gravity fun launcher is better than the evil launchinator. Number 3, the Shrinkinator. Now this is the episode, and it's called Not Phineas and Not Ferb, because in the episode it's like where Perry has to stop Doofenshmirtz by using that machine to shrink any type of statues or any objects around the country. And even he didn't go to France, but he did found the Eiffel Tower, because the only thing, if you guys don't know, is just that since Phineas and Ferb were not there at the time because they went to go see a movie, but then Irving was bringing Buford and Baljeet to dress up as Phineas and Ferb to know that they were doing some building and stuff. And really, it wasn't even. They don't know about building stuff. Even they brought the Eiffel Tower, but then Doofenshmirtz got it and bring it in. But even it's already destroyed and stuff. I mean, shrinking stuff can be good. Only like if there's any big stuff, like if you have too much stuff in your closet or in your garage, you always use it to get a lot of small space. Well, even I've seen some other shows they use the shrink rate to do that, and even I've already seen the shrinking machine from my previous video. Number 2, the giant dog biscuit Inator. Now, since Perry the Platypus wasn't there because due to like he has to stop a bunny rabbit that Candace have, but Doofenshmirtz brought as a replacement Planty the potted plant. Now, it's not an animal, it's just a plant. And he decided to do is like he's saying like he doesn't need Perry the Platypus for a moment. So he decided to do is explain Planty, what was the invention he was trying to do and what was the cause. Because due to like the condo next door, always trying to have so many dogs barking and barking day and night. I mean, they're just dogs and there's nothing wrong with it. And he decided to do is like to get rid of the dogs using like this whole big dog biscuit covered in gravy so that they will launch it and then boom, they go away. Well, I mean, it's just a big dog biscuit. I mean, no one should, I mean, I don't think anybody can make it for real because that will take like a few months or half a year or a year to make a big dog biscuits. And it takes a lot of work too. And even Planty, the potted plant, just hit Doofenshmirtz and even destroyed. And he was kind of tired and he was going to leave, but then the dogs came out and started eating his biscuits. But the rocket was already not there. So, like I say, dog biscuits are good for the dogs, but making a big one is impossible. And now, the one that really interested, number 1, the Kickinator 5000. Now, if you don't know, in this episode, this is about like where Phineas and Ferb, this is like where Doofenshmirtz made this machine. This is like a leg because he's not good at kicking at all throughout the years. Most of the time he tried to kick in kickball, soccer, or any other sports, not so very good. And even like his brother is always good. That's like everybody will, and just like I said, yeah, he always trying to do that. And when he do that, it worked. He did have a good time, but he didn't lose. But he lost on the kickball challenge. Well, I really enjoy that because like it would use that robot leg to. I would use that like if it's anybody who's born with no legs, they would use that because everything it's prosthetic legs. But it's good technology for everybody to do exercise and compete on the Paralympics. And even for anybody who lost their legs due to injuries, they would use that too for anything. Well, there you have it, guys. Top 10 of Doofensmirtz Inator inventions. Now, like I said earlier from the beginning, before the top 10, yes, Doofensmirtz have been in a tough childhood. I mean, he wasn't even just evil. I mean, he's always bad guy and always in the good side, but sometimes like the reason why is his parents treating him badly due to he is different from others and doesn't even like him. That's the only thing. It's like they just don't even accept who he is or that he's different. And even playing favorites is not very good because for parents, let me say parents, if you guys play favorites, then your kids won't like you because you guys make a bad mistake for your own consequences of your own actions. So here is a Bible verse, and if you don't know, God has to tell you guys to never let that happen. And here are 2 Bible verses all about loving your children differently and always love your children equally. Here are 2. The first one is reminds parents to trust God's plan, acknowledging that even if a child's path is difficult to understand God's work for their good. Romans 8:28. So what it means is that every parent needs to love them. It doesn't matter if they are ugly, that they're not related, and it doesn't matter if they are disabled or anything. You gotta love them with unconditional love. And that's how everybody needs to understand to love your child different. Now, give me 1 second and I'll get the last one. Okay, so the second part of favoritism is this. For God shows no partiality. Parents are called to mimic God's character by avoiding favoritism. Romans 2:11. So whatever it is that parents don't play favorites. If you have a son, a daughter, older or younger, and the only thing is love both your children equally, because playing favorites can be really a burden and truly bad influence to your own children. You gotta love them equally, and you can't play favorites because that might be bad for others. So it's important for everybody to understand that. And the most important thing is parents, don't abuse your own kids. They're just kids. And don't treat them like tools. They are not tools. They're human beings that they wanted to do. Kids wanted to enjoy their childhood. Let them enjoy that. Let them find their own purpose and love them. It doesn't matter if they are terrible or they're different. Every parent must love their children. Unconditional love and good true love. That how it is to be happy and good manners what it is. So there you have you guys. Top 10 of Doofensmirtz inventions and backstory. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you missed any videos, click on the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. If you love this video, you can comment down below if you guys want to see some new videos. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.